Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your main man, BG, Pallet Pros Academy. And today we're going to talk about how Pallet Pros Academy is going to get you to making some big money, all right? So, in the simplest terms, what we teach here is how to go to warehouses in your area, uh, find out what their problems are with the materials inside their warehouse that they need removed. You're going to take that material and then you're going to resell it for money. Okay, that's this business model in the most simplest terms. So I know that some people, the way that they learn is they like a visual representation of how easy this is. So I went ahead on my whiteboard here and drew up how this business model works and try to explain it in the most simplistic terms so everybody can understand how it works and why this is a viable business model for you to get to six figures. I did it and I know that you can do it. All right, so let's go ahead and start off here. So, number one, the biggest problem that businesses who ship and receive is that they have trash materials, pallets that build up in their warehouse, right? So in this animation right here, this is the business and these are the pallets right here. Now, typically what those businesses do with the pallets that stack up is they keep them somewhere inside their warehouse, which takes up space and could be a hazard. They might be stacked too high. Somebody could get injured. If they're not stacked inside the business, they're outside of their business near the dumpster. And it's the same problem. It starts to accumulate over time. And eventually what ends up happening is they will get a call from the property manager that they have to remove the pallets, or the city will come by and say, hey, these pallets are taking up too much space. You need to get rid of them, right? So that's where someone like yourself will come in and you will find a solution to their problem, which is the pallets and warehouse material that are basically backing up in their warehouse. All right. So this is you right here. Okay. So this is you in your flatbed, your box truck, your pickup truck. What you will do is you will solve these customers' problem by removing their pallets, okay, and their other warehouse material. And we'll kind of get into a little bit deeper of different strategies that you can do to actually remove the stuff for them. But for to keep everything simple in this particular video right now, we're just going to say that you're going to take the pallets and their warehouse material. Okay, so this is you right here. They've loaded the pallets up on your truck, your flatbed, your box truck. Now, what most people do in this situation is they will then take those pallets down to the pallet yard. All right. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the pallet yard, you're watching this video, just go ahead and hop on Google and type in pallet yard near me, right? What the pallet yard is it's a location that builds pallets. They accept pallets from the general public. They might, depending on how large they are, they might be picking up their own pallets from other businesses that they do business with, right? And then what they do is they'll recycle the pallet, make brand new pallets, and then they'll ship pallets out to their own prospective customers. Now, when you take your pallets to the pallet yard, more often than not, the most that they're going to pay you for your pallets, depending on the type of pallet that you bring, is about $1 to $2. Okay. Now that price can fluctuate up or down based upon how the economy is doing at that time. But on average, they pay you about $1 to $2 per pallet. So think about it, right? Let's just say this business that you picked up, you have 100 pallets that you picked up. They put the 100 pallets on your truck and you took it to the pallet yard and they're paying $1. You have essentially made $100 for your work. It's actually pretty good money depending on how long or how much time was invested. If they're paying $2 a pallet, you got 100, you made $2. It's not bad money, right? Let's say you it took you an hour to do it, and then and to sell it to them, you've made $100 to $200 in an hour. That's great, right? That's absolutely great. But what if I was able to tell you that there's another way that you could do the same thing, but make a lot more money. Okay, so with Pallet Pros Academy, what we do is we actually teach you to not go to the pallet yard, right? We teach you to take those pallets that you picked up from one business, you solved their problem, you're the solution, and then now you take this directly to another business that might need those pallets. Okay, so this is what we teach here at Pallet Pros Academy. And let's just say, for to keep the video simplistic, most businesses, you can sell those same pallets that you would sell to the pallet yard for $1 to $2. You could get $7 to $10, depending on the type of pallet that you're selling, so on and so forth. Okay, so you are the solution. You have removed the pallets from one location that was stacking up, and instead of taking it to the pallet yard for $1 or $2, you have then found another business that will take those same pallets and pay you $7 to $10. So here you see right here, the big money is direct to other businesses that need pallets. And I got my little guy out here that's saying we need pallets, right? And so what you have essentially done there is you have cut out the pallet yard and you have sold those pallets directly to another business, because what the pallet yard is going to do is they're going to pay you $1 to $2 for that, but then they're going to go sell it for $7 to $10. So they're doing the exact same thing. So instead of you taking it to them, you're taking it directly to the customer that needs it. All right, I'll give you guys another example. Matter of fact, I'll give you two examples. Let's say you play video games, right? We all know about GameStop. You buy the new Madden, you're like, man, it's trash. You paid $70 for it, you take it back to GameStop. What do? They give you $30 for it, right? And then they'll put it right back on the shelf for $69.99. So they gave you a low amount, but then they resold that same video game for the market value of that video game, right? Another example is a used car. You want to sell your car, you take it to the dealership, they're going to give you the Kelly Blue Book value of that vehicle, right? They'll sell it to you, or excuse me, you'll sell it to them, they'll cut you a check. What do? They refurbish it, right? They'll clean it out. If there's anything mechanically wrong with the vehicle, they'll get it fixed. And guess what? They're going to turn that same vehicle back around and sell it right on their parking lot for profit. Okay? Now, so we got that. That's how the business model works. Now, right here, we have who this business is for and who this business is not for. All right? Now, this business is a hands-on business, okay? When you're very first starting out, you're gonna have to put the work in to build your customer base. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So you're gonna have to put the work in. If you already have access to a box truck or flatbed, right, and you're not, and you're using it for something else, or maybe it's just sitting, you can hop into this game today, right? And if you don't have access to a box truck or flatbed, you can always go, rent one from U-Haul, Enterprise, Penske, so on and so forth. There's hundreds of rental places out there. All right, you got to have good people skills. Okay, so when you're first beginning, you're gonna have to go knock on doors. You're gonna have to introduce yourself. You're gonna say something like, "Hey, my name is such and such. I'm starting a pallet business in this area." You're gonna have to open your mouth, shake hands, and be able to effectively communicate what problem you're gonna solve for the business. Okay, and then number three, you're seeking a long-term business opportunity. Now, I've been in this business space for 4 years. My first year, I started my first complete year. I did 100,000. The second year, I did about 250. The third year was 300. So on and so forth. So you get the picture. Every year I've gone up and up and up and up. And this business has done wonders for my confidence. I'm able to take care of my family, and it's put me on a completely different trajectory, in my own life. So this is a good business model if you're seeking long-term business opportunities. Also, I know that for some people out there, you might not want to, pallets might not be the last stop that you're taking, right? So you can use this pallet money to invest in something else that you might like to do. Maybe it's a passion. I like to make music. So if you like to make music, maybe you can use the money that you're making from the pallet business to fund your music career. Okay, so this is just a quick 3 bullet points of who this business is for. All right, now who this business is not for. If you're undecided in the type of business that you want to go to, that you want to get into, this is not a good business model for you. Don't step in halfway and spend money and waste money. You have to know that you want to get into this business, and you see the opportunity, right? I believe that if you're gonna get into something, you need to put 100% effort into it, right? And do it all the way, because if you what's the term? Halfway effort give you halfway results, right? So you got to be able to put 100% effort into it. When I got into this business, initially I was hitting about 30, 40 businesses a day, knocking on doors. When I wasn't able to go to the businesses, I was making about 100 phone calls a day to businesses, and slowly but surely building up my customer base. All right. So you got to commit to this if you want to get into this. All right. Number 2, if you're not confident in talking to people and expressing yourself, this is not the business model for you. Okay. You are going to have to talk to people through email, face to face, over the phone. Every way that you can think about talking to people, you're gonna have to get over that hump, and you have to be personable. Nobody likes dealing with a dry person, a person that is going to be a drag to work with. You have to come to work. You have to come to work confident and ready to go, and people can read that. There's a saying that people do business with people that they like. So if people like you, then you'll do great. And then number 3, if you're a lazy individual, stay away from this business model. There's going to be some days where you're going to have to work long hours. Some days are shorter hours, especially when you're first starting this business up. You're going to have to put some time into this. And then even once you get the business up and running, there's going to be times when you're going to have to go out and pick up pallets from businesses. They might not have a forklift, right? They might not have a pallet jack. So you're going to have to physically do some of the work sometimes. Now, as you continue, get the business rolling, most of the businesses are going to have forklifts and pallet jacks, and you'll be in and out, in a matter of minutes. But there are times when you're going to have to put that work in. So if you don't want to talk to people, make phone calls, respond to emails, lift pallets, drive your vehicle around the town, then this is not a good business for you, and I suggest that you look somewhere else. Okay, so just to wrap up, this is the model. You solve a problem for business, you're the solution. Instead of taking it to the pallet yard for small money, you take it to another business for big money. Okay, it's your main man BG with Pallet Pros and Pallet Pros Academy. If you're interested in learning more about this business model, please hit the link hit the link in our description or underneath this video to go ahead and to do a 15-minute call, or you can just go right to the website and book a call as well. All right, y'all. Once again, BG Pallet Pros Academy signing out. Peace.